The essay explores the intriguing idea of viewing one's identity as something imagined, a construct of the mind, rather than a fixed, concrete reality. At first glance, it appears contradictory to call something imaginary and yet attribute real existence to it. However, by considering the self as a narrative continuously shaped by thought and experience, the paradox dissolves. This perspective not only redefines identity, but also provides mental stability by allowing for continual adaptation and growth. A key distinction made in the essay is between the physical body and the sense of self. Although the body is the vessel through which we experience the world, it is not equivalent to who we are. For instance, if one suffers a physical injury like the loss of a limb, the overall sense of self endures despite the bodily change. In contrast, a slight injury to the brain, which affects memory or self-awareness, can lead to a significant alteration, or even loss of the very identity one holds dear. This comparison emphasizes that while the physical body supports our existence, the self is more deeply rooted in mental constructs and the mind's interpretation of experiences. The concept is further clarified with an analogy of counting. When one holds up 3 fingers, the number 3 isn't a physical object, but an abstract idea that the mind constructs from sensory input. Similarly, the self is not a tangible entity. It is a conceptual narrative crafted from memories, experiences, and reflections. Just as the abstract notion of 3 helps us organize and communicate, our self-concept organizes our understanding of who we are, even though it is continuously reimagined. Ultimately, the essay argues that viewing the self as an imagined construct is not a sign of mental instability, but rather a liberating acknowledgement of its fluid nature. Recognizing that our identity is a constantly evolving story makes us more adaptable to new experiences and challenges. This dynamic, ever-updating narrative underscores that personal identity is not a static fact, but an ongoing process of reinterpretation. A process that, far from being debilitative, equips us to navigate the complexities of life with resilience and insight.